Part 5, why your beliefs are running your life and how to change them when they are not supporting the life you want. I'm going to divide part 5 up into two sections, two different videos. This is the main part 5 video, but before I do that, I want to go into this image to give you that sort of bird's eye view, that broad perspective of what has really happened to us, really has happened to humanity. We come in as our natural self, our high vibration self, and then we end up in this life that is really guided and influenced and manifesting from faulty beliefs. And we have covered that in the first 4 parts. We've seen how all of that transpired. In the remaining 4 parts, we're going to sort of work backwards, and we're going to talk about what life is like living it from the creative process, and then how we sort of work backwards so that we know what to do to actually get back and restore our natural high vibration life. So this is talking about the departure from and return to our natural high vibration life. We now have all of the knowledge and know-how to make this a complete cycle. Humanity basically has been living on this side of the equation. We haven't really known about that, and for probably the last 125 years, it has been developing. People have been pioneering and understanding this energy universe, but really in the last 10 years, it's all come together, and we do have the knowledge of what true life is now and who we really are. And so we don't have to live on this side anymore. We can get back to this side of the equation, which is really the natural side of life, and this whole piece really just drops away. But it's nice to understand what has been happening, because when you get that broader perspective and the understanding, it helps you to navigate yourself on a daily basis to do that actual restoring to your natural high vibration life. So in part 1, I did talk about our natural self and natural life as an infant coming in, and then we went to part 2, and we seen faulty messaging that we receive leading to faulty programming and wiring of faulty beliefs. So now we're growing up, and we're moving towards our adult life, and in part 3 we see the effects of faulty beliefs in terms of the view of ourself and the views that we have of life. And basically it's all about, for the most part, lack, unworthiness, and struggle are 3 pretty good words to summarize the way that we come to think about and live life. Now, we don't want to live it like that, and we do have dreams, and we do have some of those, and our life isn't obviously all low vibration. That would cause a reset. We do have things that we enjoy, but there's way too much low vibration, way too much lack and unworthiness and struggle going on, and way too many people accepting that as a way of life. That's not the way life is meant to be at all. That's not what we came for. And in part 4, we could see how our adult life is lived under the veil of faulty beliefs and how they keep us trapped. So we want to get out of that trap, and the knowledge of the creative process lets us get out of that trap. It lets us see what has happened to us and navigate, gives us light to navigate ourselves back into our natural high vibration life, which is a life of abundance, worthiness, and ease. And those are 3 really good words to define life, living life in accordance with the creative process. Abundance of everything. I mean, that's the material world. Abundance of anything in the material world that you want. The feeling of your own worthiness and value and deserving, and the universe behind you wanting you to have everything. That's another piece. And then all of that being an easy flow in your day and in your life. So these 3 words on this side, really do represent this faulty belief living life, and these three words really represent creative process living life, and that's our high vibration life. So part 5 is going to be sort of the opposite of part 4. It's going to show what it's like living our adult life under the veil of natural beliefs in accordance with the creative process. And we will see that that's a very nice life, a very satisfying life for sure. And then we're going to back up, and we're going to where part 3 showed us the effects of faulty beliefs. Part 6 is going to show us the effects of natural beliefs and what our view of ourselves and our view of life is under natural beliefs. Part 7 is counter to part 2, where part 2 we've seen all the faulty messaging leading to the faulty programming and wiring of faulty beliefs. Part 7 is going to be about high vibration messaging leading to high vibration programming and rewiring to our subconscious mind to natural beliefs. And this is the one we're really going to focus on when all is said and done after these videos. This is where we really want to be, and that will then cascade into living our high vibration life. In part 8, we'll be just describing and talking about living our natural self and natural life as an adult. So we came in as an infant with that vibrational knowing, and had we got the knowledge of life, the accurate knowledge of life, well, it would have went just over to here, right? We really would skip a lot of all of this, and it would be more or less living, getting the information, and moving down through to part 5. Part 2, 3, and 4 really don't belong on planet Earth at all. It's just faulty information that came to be somewhere along the line. But the way we really want it to be is being born in our natural knowing of our vibrational self and life, and then getting that intellectually through the messaging as we grow up, and feeling the effects of the high vibration creative process side of life and living that out as our adult life. So that's a sort of a bird's eye view, just to give you an idea what has gone on, is going on, and what we now can do to change really our life and really all of humanity now, and the way that humanity lives can change. And this is why we're in the age of enlightenment, because we do have the knowledge and we can start to get back to this side of the equation. Now, I mentioned in a post that I did reference the Star Wars movies, which I'm guessing you're probably all familiar with, and what that storyline is. But it's a really interesting comparison when you look at the development of the plot of those movies. And you think of Luke Skywalker, and you think how he lived and what he really was. So he was a Jedi warrior with all of these powers, but he had no idea he had them. And again, you could see the way that he was living without them. And then, of course, Yoda got a hold of him, and Yoda did not teach him to be a Jedi warrior. Yoda opened him up to his Jedi powers and helped him, trained him to bring those back into his life, into his being, in living his life. And then we seen the effects of that. And it's really, I don't know if you find it a very close parallel, but I think it's a really close parallel to the way that we live. We're living without our power on this side of the equation. And so now we're getting the training and the knowledge that allows us to use our superpower, the superpower of our mind, to broadcast energy during our day, every day, that causes all universal elements to deliver in such joyous, easy, happy ways the things that we want. So to me, it's a very, very close parallel. And as I mentioned, I don't know, I think it's George Lucas that wrote those movies. I'm not sure if he knew about the creative process or any of this energy stuff, but there's so much in those movies that you could look at it and say, yeah, that's kind of a it's just a way to tell a story around what the creative process is, and faulty beliefs, and the dark side and the light side, and all of that stuff. So again, I just wanted to do this video just to really give you that really bird's eye view, and I think it's really helpful when we can see the broader perspective, and it helps us to navigate. So for example, if you're halfway up a hill, you don't get to overlook the land. So if you're trying to look out and navigate where you want to go, it's not as effective if you walk up to the top of the hill and you see the entire landscape and the waterways and the valleys and this and that. You can navigate yourself so much easier with confidence. And so that's really what I wanted to do for you here, is give you that top of the mountain view of what we're doing here, what has happened, and where we're going. So I'm going to leave it there for this part, and then in the next video I'll cover the main material of part 5, which is going to be the counterpart to part 4, and I will spend time comparing those two so you can see the vast difference between the high vibration life and the sort of high low vibration mixed life. Again, it's not 100% low vibe, because we take a reset if that was the case. But there's sure a lot of disappointment and dissatisfaction going on this side of the equation, and that's not really happening here at all. And so these two images sort of depict that. Anyhow, I'm going to leave it here, and if you have any comments, feel free to leave them on the post. Thanks for listening in, and enjoy your day.